Hello, Tarnished. What brings you here today? Do you want to fight? A story? What an unusual request. I'm not against it, though. After all our fighting, I'd honestly like to do something else with you. Here's a story that I used to read Michaela, the Saga of the Volsungs. Here begins the tale, and tells of a man who was named Sigi, and called of men the son of Odin. Another man with all is told of in the tale, hight Skadi, a great man and mighty of his hands. Yet was Sigi the mightier and the higher of kin, according to the speech of men of that time. Now Skadi had a thrall with whom the story must deal somewhat, Brady by name, who was called after that work which he had to do. In prowess and might of hand he was equal to men who were held more worthy, yea, and better than some thereof. Now it is to be told that on a time Sigi fared to the hunting of the deer, and the thrall with him, and they hunted deer day long till the evening. And when they gathered together their prey in the evening, lo, greater and more by far was that which Bredy had slain than Sigi's prey. And this thing he much misliked, and he said that great wonder it was that a very thrall should outdo him in the hunting of deer. So he fell on him and slew him, and buried the body of him thereafter in a snowdrift. Then he went home at evening tide and says that Bredy had ridden away from him into the wildwood. Soon was he out of my sight, he says, and naught more I wot of him. Skadi misdoubted the tale of Sigi, and deemed that this was a guile of his, and that he would have slain Bredy. So he sent men to seek for him, and to such an end came their seeking, that they found him in a certain snowdrift. Then said Skadi, that men should call that snowdrift Bredy's drift from henceforth, and thereafter have folk followed, so that in such wise they call every drift that is right great. Thus it is well seen that Sigi has slain the thrall and murdered him. So he is given forth to be a wolf in holy places, and may no more abide in the land with his father. Therewith Odin bare him fellowship from the land, so long away that right long it was, and made no stay till he brought him to certain warships. So Sigi falls to lying out a warring with the strength that his father gave him, or ever they parted. And happy was he in his warring, and ever prevailed, till he brought it about that he won by his war's land and lordship at the last. And thereupon he took to him a noble wife, and became a great and mighty king, and ruled over the land of the Huns, and was the greatest of warriors. He had a son by his wife, who was called Reifir, who grew up in his father's house, and soon became great of growth and shapely. And that was chapter 1. It's been a while since I've talked this much, so I'm getting tired now. Come back later, Tarnished, and I'll read you the second chapter.